What is going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having an awesome Saturday morning. It is about 10:30 in the morning for me, and as I said, I would go live 4 times a week. We're going to do Saturday, Sunday, probably around this time on the weekend, I think. And today we're going to talk about top tactics. We've got the tactical simulation event, and it looks like we have a brand new top tactic reinforced plating. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go for that, but we have about 456 tactic coupons that we're going to be able to open up on the stream today. Not sure if I'm going to go for the top tactic or actually if we're going to pull from the classical collection of tactics, because there's a lot of things that I want in there. You guys are going to help me decide that today as we get into this, and hopefully we can have a lot of fun. And then after we get and burn through all those coupons, maybe we can find something to do on the Conquest map. And always, guys, you guys are watching DX7 Gaming. If you want to support the channel, a lot of different ways you can do that. You can like and subscribe. Make sure you get those notifications for future content. You can definitely just join the live streams, have a good time. And if you want to support the channel monetarily, you can drop super chats, are a good way to do that. And that goes back into the channel and or creating Warpath content. So we'll let the live stream fill up a little bit before we actually do this. But we have effectively the new tactic reinforced plating, which seems to be a pretty decent one, actually. Increases normal attack resilience of your selected ground force troop by 27% for 5 minutes. That's just at the most basic level. So if we just unlock that, that's as good as Uncle Ivankov's passive skill, actually. Downside, it's only 5 minutes and has a 4-hour cooldown. So I feel like as far as its utility is really, really limited. And so I'm not sure that I actually want to burn tactical coupons going for that, considering that I run 3 howitzers most of the time and super heavy. I do have a setup with light tank, which I really like if I'm doing like pure field. It's just, it doesn't work out most of the time where I can run that setup, because the field battles happened very early on in Conquest, like day 1 through 3. And then after that, it's mostly about clearing bases and pushing land, and not so much about the groups, just meat mashing together. So for me, I'm not sure this really makes a lot of sense to try and burn a lot of coupons to unlock that. It does have some good stuff on there. So like, obviously you can level up the 27% higher. I think, yeah, 45%. That's really good for 5 solid minutes. Plus you get the damage intensity of the troop by another 4%. That's universal. That stat does not go up though. And then you do get a shield every time you enter combat. So it's kind of like Whip Cracker, that officer, her special. So as soon as you enter, you get a shield that pops up. So it seems to me that would be really good for main battle tanks, helicopters, light tanks. Not so much a player like me, but that's the top tactic that is here today. Looks like we got some people joining in. So MF12, what's up? How's it going? Robert Rude, 23. How's it going, dude? Hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday morning so far. We also have Decapitation, which I do have already. I love this skill. So it's one of those that you can nuke a sponge unit sitting at your base pretty quickly. The burn damage is very strong. So it's kind of like having a red heat, but with the coefficient of 1100. And you can burn down infantry, burn down super heavy. Not a lot that they can do to defend against this particular tactic, actually. But it is pretty limited by the 3 grids. If you level it up, it does increase the grid all the way up to 5, but it's also a slow to use skill, meaning it takes a little bit for the tactic to actually go off, but also the burn damage is over the course of several seconds, and that does speed up if you max it out to 3 seconds. So it's not a big deal, but it's not an instant nuke of a tanker unit sitting outside your base though. But I do use that a lot, especially for infantry. It's also hilarious watching a super heavy burn down, and there's nothing they can do about it. We have Reign of Apocalypse. This one, it's one of those slow to fire tactics. Unfortunately, it is a 5 grid range, but you basically need to use it on somebody who's not paying attention. If you try to use this in a B2B situation, they can pull their troop in, and they might assume like they don't know what tactic you used, right? So they might put their troop back out, and if they do that, that's where this tactic really shines, because it continues to hit that grid for 3 seconds. So very limited in its use as well. I don't use this one really all that often, to be honest. And then in the rewards preview for the top tactics, there are some really good ones in here. We have Elastic Defense, which is reducing troop speed for 85%. Not quite sure. That doesn't fit me personally. I mean, that sounds like something you would want to use in the field. You're not going to really use it like at your base or when saging bases. We have, well, we already talked about the reinforced plating, EMP blast, or EM blast rather, 10 grids, and allies 30% less damage from tactics. Again, not that many players are using tactics that frequently for that to really matter, I think. And then we have Banner of Unity, firepower, 15% within 3 grids. That's a pretty good one. So this is a great one for buffing army groups. So out of that pool, not really thinking I particularly need a whole lot. So I guess the question is the drop rate of these higher for the top tactics than it is the universal simulation? Because in here, there's a lot of tactics that I really like. Some of you are talking about it in chat already, right? So let's see. One of you mentioned the Lop10. What's up? How you doing? The training speed buff. That is probably one of my favorites, actually. That is Devil's Training, 160% for 20 minutes. That's why that one's probably up there in my favorites, because 4-hour cooldown, but 20-minute training is better than even using the 5-minute 500% buff. Obviously not the percentile, but this does level up to 300, which is not bad, but it's 20 minutes. So it's basically can last for the duration of a battle or a push. I use this one all the time. I use it in conjunction with other buffs. So since I'm not going to be spending a lot of gold or money anymore in Warpath, for me, I can achieve that 500% training through a combination of using a tactic and maybe one of the lesser buffs is kind of what I'm. What tactic do I still need? I need all of them. So I've done tactics for free. The ones that I really like, obviously we talked about that one. Field Engineers and Special Reserve, I use those two also all the time, right? So retraining your troops, if you lose a full unit, Field Engineers is really good for replenishing a super heavy or a tanker unit. If you're trying to push Sage a little bit faster, that one's pretty great for that. If you accidentally lose a full howitzer, you get popped. This one's really great for that. And then, of course, we have the Special Reserve, which does all your troops. So those two, plus Devil's Training, I would say there's a pretty big reason for me to spend all my coupons actually on this pool of tactics instead of the top tactic pool. I don't know how many it would take to get that top tactic. It's also not guaranteed. I think it's a 50% drop rate is what it said. But there's just so much in here that I need. High-tech materials, the shield for a 10,000 coefficient. I don't have that one. That would be another one I would love to have for my tanker unit. So I think I've already decided, just talking through it, that we're going to probably use all 456 coupons on this particular pool. There's also some other offensive ones in here, like air ground operation. That's the one I use to kill the tanker units at my base all the time. It has a really high coefficient value, like insane. 9,000 is really good. And it's also kind of a faster to fire, single hit. They can move out of the grid on you, which sucks, but you know, if they're going to hit your base, typically you have the time to do it. And then there's a couple others like Demolition Squad with the increased officer skill damage for bases. I found a setup for Sage. If you guys haven't checked out the last live stream I posted out there, having fun with Vindicta, we experimented with some skill configuration on her. And if you guys noticed in the later video, I was doing just massive Sage damage to some of those bases, like big bases. And so if I was to lop this on there, I would suspect that I can melt some whale bases pretty well. Some taps you can use elastic defense to piss them off. Yeah, there's a lot of being. If you want to piss people off in Warpath, there's most certainly a lot that you can do for sure. Elastic defense. Which one was that again, though? Let's see. Elastic defense. Oh, yeah, the troop speed one. Yeah, and it's yeah, 7 grids. Let's see, and it increases all the way up to, looks like 8 grids, 85%. So yeah, so I think we're gonna do this pool for sure. I don't think there's a whole lot else in here that I'm interested. These are all in the classical pool except for reinforced plating. So, and it seems like after this event, I wonder if this one is going to make its way into that classical pool as well anyway. So maybe it doesn't matter. Manuel, hi, what you doing? What you doing, buddy? And it looks like we got some new stuff in museum as well, which I already own, thankfully. Thankfully. And I don't think there's anything going on the map, so I guess let's just go ahead and get into the tactical simulation portion. All right, here we go, guys. We got 456, and before we do it though, let's actually check the drop rate. I don't know if it says, so like odds. So legendary tactics are 0.23%. Overall odds, including guarantees, is 1.62%. We're interested in legendaries, so 0.23 and 1.62. Check the other pool. So maybe about the same. 1.2 is the overall odd. Yeah, so it seems like it's basically the same. Vile, what's up? How you doing? All right, so it seems like the odds are the same, so let's see what we can get. And we're supposed to get an epic or a legendary every, I want to say, is it every 8? Every 20. Okay, hang on, guys. Every 20 is an epic or legendary. Every 90 guarantees at least one legendary. I feel like the drop rate on these ones was better than that, actually. Oh, every 20. Where did I read that at? Oh, an odds boost. Or... let's see, top tactic. Nah, it seems about the same. I was thinking somewhere that I read that there was like a 50% chance to get the top tactic. Yeah, there we go. So when you acquire a legendary tactic, there's a 50% chance that it'll be the featured tactic. So yeah, the drop rate's the same. It's just whether you get a more... you have a higher chance of getting the one of these 3 is what it is. So if you particularly switch it to decapitation, or like I could do Devil's Training, so actually that might not be a bad idea. Like if we wanted to unlock Devil's Training faster, then I would do the top tactic and pick Devil's Training, and we would go for that. But I also want to get the reinforced plating, so I don't necessarily want to make it a 50% chance, I don't think, for just Devil's Training, although that is probably the one I use the most, though. What do you guys think? Should we go for Devil's Training, or should we try to pull from the larger broad pool here? That's what I think, because there's quite a few of these I don't have yet. Like I don't have high-tech materials. I don't have demolition barrage. So I think I would rather, and like even integrated defense is really good with the damage resist of 18% for 5 minutes. I think I would rather have the broader pool to be able to get some of these ones that I might not have yet, actually. And I think I think it'd take a very long time to upgrade these to max, if I had to guess. So that's my thinking. I think that's what we're going to do. Use training every 4 hours? Yeah, I'm the same way. But I also got those other training buffs that I use every 4 hours too, though. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll, so this is the 20th. So we got a guaranteed epic. That sucks. Let's do another 20. There's a legendary piece. There we go. We already got a legendary. Rain of Apocalypse. Not the one I want to see. I'll do another 20. These are going to burn up really fast, guys. That was another 20, and I don't feel like we got the guaranteed epic on that one. We did get a lot of legendary pieces, though. Oh, these are epics. Why do they have the gold border? Not feeling it. It might be better to go for the top tactic and do the devil's training. Yeah, that's already like 356. This is like worse than Bistro. We got Decapitation. Also another one I don't really want to see. Yeah. I don't know if I'm feeling it, guys. Let's see. Because I could get, like, both of these. I could get, guaranteed. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do top tactics, so let's try this one. I mean, I really don't want these in particular. Just because they're kind of like very... I'm like really torn here. I almost would rather just... I mean, it's only a 50% chance that we actually get Devil's Training. Yeah. I guess let's try to get the ones we don't have locked yet. Then, so let's go... Let's see, against bases, 30%. That's a really good one. Oh, progress rewards, too. That's a really good point. The progress reward... Oh, yeah, there's no progress rewards on the classical ones. Oh, we gotta do top tactic. Okay. I see what you guys are saying. There's another 20. We are getting pieces. Question would be, how many pieces do we need to actually assemble? Of course. Warpath would not be complete without the axe popping. Okay, so let's see here. So we've got piece conversion. Where's the assembly for tactics? Thought it was a piece conversion. That's not what we want. Okay, so like Demolition Squad, we've got 1 out of 10 pieces. I thought we got more pieces than that for that one. Maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, definitely This is one of those events that you can't quite do it exactly how you want to do it, I guess is what it boils down to. Because I'd almost rather get the pieces for some of the other stuff. But there are progress rewards. Ah, hell. I don't know. There's another piece. So that should be 2. Let's see if that actually counts. Yeah, okay, we are getting the pieces. Yeah, his drop rates are really abhorrent. Banner Unity. I'll take it. I mean, any of these legendary buffs I don't have, I will take them. That's not a bad one. Right, that was the firepower of all ground force troops and those within. That's pretty good. I'd take it. Yeah, 100 plus, right? We're gonna totally run out of coupons before we get anything. I don't remember the drop rates being this bad, actually. The first one I did, man, I was getting gold tactics left and right. Seems like now it's really bad. There we go. Nice. All right, there it is. All right, so now those pieces are left over. Okay, so let's switch it to the other one. Is that for all officers? Or is that or is it one unit? Okay. All right. I'm not complaining now. That's awesome. I'm gonna shut up. Epic moment. Okay. So we're doing 180. We still got 165 of them. We can go to, let's see, if we do 20 more, we'll get another 5 coupons. So we might as, let's just do reinforced plating. It's like, why not? Yeah, I'm not worried about the progress rewards. I'm assuming upgrading them takes a lot. Like, they're pretty good just in their base stats. I'd rather have more tactics to use. We're just going to unlock these if we can. And what's the reward pool actually go all the way up to? 240. Oh, we maxed out the reward pool. I don't know if I want to keep going on the legendary tactic event then. I think I would rather switch back over to the classic pool now since we maxed out the reward pool. Yeah, I don't know about the upgrades, guys. Let's see. Oh, they're killing me with those packs. The question would be, does it increase from level to level? Would be the question. All right, so like, for example, like this one's at 4. Yeah, see, so 20 pieces. Oh, okay, so 10, 10, 10, and 20. Okay. But isn't there like isn't there like a whole other tier after them, though? Like, I feel like I remember, maybe it's in the patch notes or something, I thought there was a way to upgrade them beyond, beyond the level 5, I thought. All right, nice. So we can max our base resist up to 20. Yeah, I feel like I saw somewhere there was like tactics were gonna get even better. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, where's the rest of these? So upgrade. This one's gonna be upgraded all the way. It looks like. Oh, whoops! I'll do that. Demolition squad. Oh, is that what it was? The alternative buffs that they each gave? Because they used to only have... Yeah, maybe it was this. Is what I'm thinking about. Because I think these didn't exist before. It was just the original, whatever the skill did, I think. Okay, so... Look at all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 packs popped from... Sheesh. I do have some leftover diamonds, but I'm just saving those at this point. Okay. Yeah. Leftover pieces, I think I converted. Yeah, we got a bunch. Oh, wow. Even more. Okay. Yeah. So we might be able to do some stuff in the conversion store then, which is kind of garbage, actually. So, well, maybe not. So 5,000 gold coins for a legendary random. That's pretty intense. And we have 350 gold coins for an epic or legendary, but the drop rate's probably pretty garbage. We could do wrenches. We can get like 3,000 wrenches. That's nothing. Not worth spending gold coins for that few wrenches. So not sure we'll do anything in here. I'll probably just continue saving. Not that I'll ever get up to 5,000 gold coins, but you know, hey, you never know. All right. But yeah, I think we switch to either we can keep going to get the reinforced plating until we pop it and then use the remaining coupons in the classical store. I can switch over so we can unlock, because I want to unlock more. Like I want more options. I want to fill up all 3 sets of my presets with legendary tactics. So I don't just, these are so good in their base stats. I'm not in a rush to upgrade these because I never will. So what do you guys think? Do we want, I don't think reinforced plating makes sense for my account still. As cool as it sounds. I mean, I like that would be I guess the value of that though is I could use it on my super heavy as a tanker. So I like that. This could be used to tank bases. So I do want this. I would love to have 5 full skills for tanking bases. So yes, let's do this. The more skills I can have to help the team out with my super heavy SpongeBob, the better. There we go. No. Elastic defense. Damn. Okay, I'll take it though. So we got a troop speed reduction. I was excited. I thought that was going to be the reinforced plating. Okay, we do have it selected. Yeah, my super heavy is pretty strong. So if I can make it good for the team and myself, like especially when I'm hitting whale bases, it's pretty needed. We're getting down there. We only have 30 left. I don't know if we're going to pull this off, guys. $10 left. I don't know if we're going to do it. Nope. We're not doing it. All right. So that was the last one in the pool. And let's see what kind of excess we got going on here. And of course, man, even more. Okay, so let's convert these. This is just all leftovers of already maxed out tactics. Okay. So, pretty sure I also have gotten the 5 from the VIP store. Double check. Not seeing them. Right, because it's grayed out and I'm blind. They're there. Yes, we already gotten that. So I wonder, it'd be too bad we can't do, can we spend gold? No, we can't do gold. Let's see, daily mission chests, VIP store, tactical warfare gift, purchase gifts, side missions, commander tactics. I don't know what the side missions are. Okay, that's too bad. So I do have some diamonds, but probably not feeling like I'm going to use those on that, to be honest. You can convert more and you can buy a 10k coin legendary pack. I can convert more and buy a 10k coin legendary pack. Well, it's an epic or legendary. Oh, right there in front of my face. Open to receive a random legendary tactics. Limited one purchase. Purchase limit does not refresh within the list. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that would be a good guaranteed buy. Random. And of course, we get 10 pieces of something we already have. So let's go convert those. Actually, I don't know if it's going to let us convert those. Those are, right, because it's not fully upgraded, actually. So we can upgrade it, I suppose. Oh! We did get enough pieces. Look at that, guys. I am no longer disappointed in this live stream. Nice. That's a lovely surprise. Awesome. Okay. Well, that worked out. And then now we got 18.5 on the 8 grid. Oh, that was already 8 grids. Okay, very, very nice. Yeah, that'll be... Oh my gosh. See, this is like Lilith psychology, conditioning players to spend. It's crazy. Okay. How's my tank tech coming? I don't have any. That's how it's coming. Right, so I have... That's what I have. For modern, right? For those of you guys that missed my last couple live streams, I made the decision. I'm doing Air Force Tech, Modern Air. It's going to suck. It's going to be painful. But I'm already noticing the increase in strength, even with the small percentage gains. It's really interesting that I'm actually noticing an increase in strength. Which I can't say necessarily the same for like when I did howitzer research or tank. It's very interesting. So I'm not sure if these percentages are applied to Air Force units in a different way, but so far I'm having fun with a fighter jet bomber combo, so tanker bomber, which means unfortunately I'm not using Darkwing, and that makes me sad because it was expensive. But I'm having a lot of fun with this tanker bomber combo. Has been really excellent. We got some good bombing runs in yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and that live stream was pretty cool. So let's see what we can do with some tactics. So let's go. So like, I'm just gonna. So the way I've done this is I have 3 sets, and basically, I don't worry about like plan 2. To be honest, I effectively have a set that's like nuking sponge units, and then I have a set that's like either buffing my super heavy or infantry or base, and then set 3 is basically like the skills I would use in the field, like firepower, retraining. I don't use these ones too often when I'm hitting bases. I do now. When I run out of my sponge skills, then I will use these guys. I would like to get the legendary version of that so the percentage is higher. But now we have the officer skill damage ones that can probably replace these. So maybe there's a circumstance where I do need to set up 2 plans now because I have a lot of tactics. Could be. So it's like maybe plan 1 is like B to B. Maybe plan 2 is like field, and I feel like there was a place where we could get like Is it just maxed at 2 plans? It looks like, actually. Thought maybe there was more than that, but maybe not. I feel like at some point you could spend gold to unlock more plans, but I'm not seeing that now. Okay, so we're going to redo these because we have a lot of tactics. So like I would say like the most common tactics that I use for sure are definitely the skills for buffing my super heavy. And so that's going to be, let's see, we got all, care about water. Ooh, so guys, Navy tactics incoming. You guys see that? There's no tactics yet, but they've added the category. And there's no Air Force tactics, keep in mind, because that would be OP. No one would have a chance against whale air if there were whale air tactics. So that's interesting. Okay, so we need to find, so like the shield, that one's only at 4. Oddly. That's interesting. Why is that only at 4? We're not getting pieces for that? Oh, it only goes up to 4 because it's not a epic, it's a rare. Okay, I got you. Only the flares provides shield for fighter planes. Yes, I know which one you're talking about. It's I see the picture in my head. Yeah. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think we need all the sponge stuff in one set. So that's definitely going to be like reinforced plating. That's going to be the shield. I'm not convinced, guys, that I don't use them because now I've switched to super heavy and I've disassembled my infantry. So from that perspective, there's 2 blast damage resist skills. To be completely honest, I don't think these really have any effect when you use them on a super heavy because blast damage is not the mechanic that can hurt a super heavy unit. Okay, so this is really probably more infantry oriented, I would think. At least when I have used these on bases, I personally could not tell a difference with the super heavy, so I don't think I'm going to add these to my set at this point. Is kind of my thinking. So it's mainly these 2. There's a third that we don't have the coupons to get now, unfortunately, and it would be very random to try and get it. So it'd probably be like thousands of coupons. So maybe what we could do here is then actually I'm thinking now let's put the field engineers, special reserve, and devil's training. So that's all focused around making the super heavy beefier or replenishing units and training speed. So I feel like that's a pretty solid set. In the order that I would typically probably use them as well. So I feel like that's pretty good. All right. So it'd be like hit a base, use that guy, go on to the next base, use that guy, go on to the next base, use that guy. If I lose a bunch of units, then I've got that, and then I've got the training speed to supplement everything. That's a pretty solid set right there. That's pretty solid. Most have no tech for planes, so even little upgrades makes a difference. Yeah, I would agree. But more so, they're at least like we're planning gold 1. Seems like people have pretty decent planes for the most part. Only for planes and not gives it to bombers. Yeah, that's true. Pray for LA. Yeah. You know, Los Angeles right now, what's going on there? I saw some pictures. And, you know, the whole thing's just like, I don't like making things sound bigger than they are, but it's a pretty big deal when you have like, you know, entire neighborhoods like burned down to dust. So, wildfires, hurricanes, any kind of natural disaster really that's really sad. Um, you hear about all that. Uh, those people, need help. Those are also very expensive homes that are burning down in LA as well, in those areas. So I don't know if it's, wealthy people and they'll be okay. Got homeowners insurance, they've got wealth, but I'm sure there's other people in general affected as well more than that. But it just, yeah, it's not good for anybody. So yeah, it's a very sad thing to see that happening in Los Angeles for sure. So, but yeah, pray for them, keep them in your prayers, and hope that uh, situation improves. Doesn't help when it's very dry, wind, all that. Yeah, scary stuff. Actually, behind my fence of our house, um, we have a lot of dry brush. So if we ever to get like a lightning strike or someone is actually to light something on fire, it would be very dangerous where we live because the whole thing would just light up pretty quickly. But we're very close to a fire department as well. Um, and also like the perimeter of our house, like we keep like uh, our fence, there's a bunch of rock that we keep clear. So that way that dry brush and the weeds from the prairie, if they were to ever be on fire, there's a gap. So, and then our whole yard is actually pretty much rock, xeriscape. So, the risk for us would be like our actual house, like burning down because like I, left the stove on or something. But yeah, very sad for what's happening in LA for sure. Thank you for mentioning that. Eco, Umboro. Yeah, everyone, definitely keep your thoughts and prayers. So let's go to set 2. So set 2 would be probably more, I'm thinking offensive. So we have kind of this like defensive unit replenishing set. Now I think we want to go to kind of like an offensive set. Probably focused around, B2B Sage. So I think that's going to be like these two guys, right? So we have skill damage for bases. Specifically to bases for your ground force troop at 30% for 5 minutes. So that's plenty of time to take down a base solo. But it also increases skill resilience for your own. So this will be like using against the whale base. Map grids will select the troop by 75%. Ooh, that's a good one. That's going to protect your howitzers against Stinger and Argent, Red Heat, and not just your troops, but your allies. Well, sort of. It's only 2 map grids. Basically your own troops. So that's a really good one. Dauntless Striker. Skill damage. So a little less good, but still awesome. Okay. What else do we want to add to this? Probably Creeping Barrage. And then Rain Strike. And I don't know if we have any others. Need one more. There we go. Increase the firepower of all ground troops and those of your allies within 3 grids by 18.5. So we'll add that one. Okay, so that's all B2B, firepower, skill damage. So that's pretty good. So moving on to the third set. We're going to do probably, again, all of the killing of the sponge units. So we have air-ground operation. We would want decapitation, Reign of Apocalypse. And for 4 and 5, Air Assault is pretty good, maxed out. It's got a coefficient of 9,750. It's very short in grids, but that's okay. You're not going to kill a howitzer with that. And then we also have HP, that doesn't matter. That might be good for infantry. EM shield. Got the grenade. Got this 5 grade 1, but it's only 32% of the enemy troops' current HP. That's not very good. We put Banner of... Oh, yeah, we did put Banner of Unity on set 2. What do we do for the 5th on set 3? Do Ian Blast. 10 grids. I just don't see that being very useful, to be honest. Most players are not using tactics all the time. So, like Vile said, I think it's going to have to be the grenade. More than likely. 6,000 coefficient. 3 grids. Yeah. Okay. So there we have it. New tactics setup. That's going to take me a while to get used to. Just that muscle memory of where things are at. And just kind of correlating the picture of the tactic back to what it is. But I know that one is basically the normal attack resilience plus damage resist. And then, yeah, lots of good stuff. So obviously I wouldn't use these on smaller bases. It'd just be like, I'm taking down a whale. And depends on if they're online or offline too. Because then it may not matter. If they're online, just going to Raven charge. And so that's where these guys will come in a lot more handy just to get that skill popping off. So I think we're good there. So very cool, very cool. So I wish I had more tactic coupons to continue opening, because there's still quite a lot in here that would be really, 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 really awesome to have. Primarily high-tech materials, demolition barrage, those would be the 2. Decoy flares, honestly guys, shield coefficient of 7,500 for fighter plane. I'm not sure that would make any difference whatsoever. I don't think it would matter. I don't think that would really help. You guys, if somebody in chat has it and you use it and it's really good, let me know. But otherwise, I don't think so. So we do have elastic defense, which I didn't put anywhere, but that also is a very specific setup. Okay, so pretty cool. We walked away with some cool stuff, so I'm not going to complain. We did max out the progress rewards. So I didn't realize that it was capped at 240. Probably should pay attention to that more often, but not going to have any more simulation coupons probably going forward at this point. So, Abdul, what's up? Yo. All right, so let's check and see if there's anything we got going on. Got Mendoza fully turtled up, it looks like. All-time 542, so he's buffed probably with 20%. Light tank, howitzers, helicopters. Yeah. No point in wasting troops on him. He's very strong. And he's always online as well. Anything else going on? We had a lot of fun. You guys can go watch live stream from the day before yesterday. Definitely. We had a lot of fun down here. Looks like they are pushing with their whales. So we've got Chris and Muff Bear, Lucari. Looks like SVG finally decided to help out down here, because I think it was just Fire and S40. So, of course, SVG is the take-home for the Kremlin, I believe. That makes sense. I would say they were probably the strongest in the battlefield, and then Fire probably equal the second as far as enemies go. And it kind of goes down from there. So I'm not seeing a whole lot. We could probably jump down there and maybe have some fun. I don't know quite where we would jump though. Ooh, yeah, not waking up yet either. Get more tactic power because God of War tactic. Yeah, I don't even remember what that tactic looks like. What does it do? Let's see. God of War. Probably doesn't show up in here. That's in the Road to Valor. Is this the one you're talking about? That would be a nice one to have. Is it permanent though? So if you win the Road to Valor, does the tactic stick? Dominant force. Ready to go. Yeah, that'd be hard to beat. I think, unfortunately, I don't see ever having a chance to win Road to Valor for myself. And that's okay. Yeah, it is permanent? Okay, that's cool. So which one's dominant force then? Oh, you'll send a client chat. Okay. Oh, this one. Dominant force, sorry. Map grid, 8 grids of your base. Buff ground force troops and those of your allies within 1 grid of the target map. Increase damage intensity by 7.5. Tactic duration by 3 minutes. Guarantees additional 5% damage resist to troops within tactics area effect. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's constrained to around your base. It's an AoE effect. But it's only within 1 grid of where you kick it off, though. So I'm not sure that's like... That's a very small area to buff. So, yeah. I don't personally find that too exciting. Yeah, this one would be nice. Integrated defense for tankers. But like the 2 that I really want would be, well, actually 3, which I'll never get. The city that never fell. Like that one would be really awesome to have. And then integrated defense and high-tech materials, I think would be the last 2. Radio jamming looks pretty good. Deploys a jamming device within 8 grids of your base, reduces damage intensity of enemy ground force. So this of 2 grids. This one would be really cool because you could use that to reduce the damage of like a howitzer group. Or like whale howitzers. That'd be pretty cool. Limited. Where does that one come from? You can use it for a base attack on an arty group. Yeah. Yes, I mean, that's true. It's damage instead of firepower. So there's an equivalent skill in firepower. I don't know if it kind of comes out the same or not. Let's see. Let's look at clan chat. Viles posted something out there. So, oh, you got it maxed. %15 damage. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it would help. You know, that'd be something to use to take down a whale base, I would think. Would be pretty good. Yeah, or on base defense, that's true. Oh, what do we got? Notification. Tactic man. Something else we need to do in here. Oh, apparently we can upgrade Demolition Squad level 2. 85% officer skill resilience. Ooh, that's good. All right. So not too difficult to upgrade tactics, I guess. So yeah, maybe next time. Well, there might not be a next time. Truth be told, there might not be next time. It's just too much to keep accumulating all these resources. Like, imagine look how many packs popped up, guys. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 packs from opening 300 or 465 coupons. So that's 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 70, 80, 105, and 130, 155, 65, 75, 80, so 200, 225, 35, 40, 50, 60, 285, 95, 320. So by opening 465 coupons, there's 320 coupons worth of packs there. Which is also, you know, $50 per pop is a lot. Yeah. And what happens is, like, and I don't know if this has just to do with my account personally, because my collector and spender level and everything, but like if I were to buy these out, they would keep popping up. Like there would be some bigger packs popping up, and then you buy those and they keep popping up. And so like that's actually how I got so many wrenches on my account now. We're doing Gunning to the Top, like the wrench packs. Like I would buy them out, and then the wrench packs would just keep popping up, and they'd pop up like 30 times. So yeah, so it's like once you get titanium level, which is up there, that's the change in my account I noticed, is the access to packs became a lot more, right? And it's like as long as they can see the diamonds coming in, you know, because you're buying the diamonds, they will definitely give you the opportunity to spend those diamonds for sure. It's pretty incredible, and that's how like was able to push so much at the end of Getting to the Top, is because otherwise you just there's not like you're not going to buy out the store, right? You're not going to do any like this stuff is completely useless. Just it's a waste. So you're not going to really spend on any of that. So you need those packs to keep popping up, actually. And so yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, my goal right now for this year is to only spend what this YouTube channel actually brings in. So what that basically means is my account is pretty much going to be no longer growing, I would say. So collector level 80, pretty much where I'm going to be stuck at. I do have museum coupons left over, so I mean, I'll probably go up to like collector level 82, maybe 81, just because I have 20,000 museum coupons still. But yeah, I don't think I'm really going to be growing going forward, and so this account now will probably become weak within a year. Probably, I'm guessing, become more of a gold 2 account, because frankly speaking, the way Warpath works, like the more time goes on, my account would be, you know, 2 more years from now, it's going to be a 5-year-old account. The only people I can play with are other 5-year-old accounts, right? You can't just migrate up anymore to play with new players. So I can never be really a whale, truly. And so this account will probably just become weak, and I will probably end up having to drop down to gold 2, gold 3, 2 years from now, spenders will keep spending, whales will keep getting stronger, everyone else will just keep, kind of going down. I mean, of course, I'll grow through, the normal pathways, but it'll be slow, and especially since I'm doing modern plane tech now, that's going to be a tremendously slow path to growth. Uh, Very expensive in city coins. It seems cheap like there, but then the cost goes up exponentially. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and still definitely need to finish Modern Howitzer. This is gonna take like 6 months now. Get these last ones done, I think. So I will have a little bit of spending room on here, but it's gonna be very, very limited. So yeah, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. I've never not been a spender on Warpath before. Well, except for when I said I was going to go free to play, I truly did it for 30 days and it didn't last because I did budgeting and I was like, oh, hey, I can do this. But my mindset now is just different because now my mindset is like, I have financial goals for retirement and all my money is going to be going that direction. And I've got a goal for this year for a particular account that I'm working on. And then in 2026, then I'm going to really get into investing pretty heavily, I think. And so I'm going to go in that direction. And, maybe if I'm successful in that direction, and maybe if I'm still playing Warpath, years from now, who knows what can happen then. But I think from now to at least the next 5, and Warpath will probably be dead in 5 years, guys. To be frank, I mean, maybe it'll last longer than that, like Rise of Kingdoms and Clash of Clans and that kind of thing, but we'll have to see. I don't know. 44 Mag reached out to me a couple days ago and asked if I would be interested in doing a collab video with him about is Warpath declining? And of course I said yes. I'd be more than happy to talk about that in a podcast format. And I think the answer is yes, because all mobile games decline after, like they get to I think it's the studies are like 3 years is like the peak of a mobile game, and then it starts to decline after that. So we'll see what happens with Warpath because it's basically 3 years old. It's close to 4. Um, but yeah, I don't know if it'll be around in 5 years. Will it still be fun in 5 years? Will I care about Warpath in 5 years? My YouTube channel, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, it's kind of tied to the game right now. I'm not going to stop gaming. So, I will just move when whatever happens, I'll move on to some other game. And actually here in June, Broken Arrow releases, and I will be probably playing that game, probably doing content for that. Whether you guys continue coming to live streams or not, I hope you do. But it's like Warpath in a way, RTS strategy. It's got tanks, infantry, artillery, aircraft, bombers, same kind of thing, except it's got great graphics. It has a lot more strategy. Um, it's pretty fun. There's no pay to win element to it. That's a big deal. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, that's why things about more money trying to milk as much as you can. Yeah. Yep. They are definitely trying to milk as much money as they can. So I do think that might have something to do with it, to be honest, because the people mainly invested in the game are the spenders, right? New players, there's a high attrition rate. So, and like me, part of my decision process too is I'm so burnt out from spending. Like that's part of it. Like there's so much more than there used to be. I literally, when every patch release is like showroom, museum, new this, new that, and it's all 99% spending, like even me, even though I could keep doing it, like I'm burnt out by it, literally. Like they have actually deterred me in that regard from continuing to spend because of how absurd it's actually become. Like it's no longer just a hobby to stay competitive in Warpath, right? And so they've kind of shot themselves in the foot in terms of long-term revenue, but I think they definitely know how to get the short-term revenue. So, but I can probably have just as much fun, I think, not spending. It just means that eventually I would probably end up dropping down into lower battlefields if I had to guess. I've never been a big whale. Uh, People will say the contrary because my collector level, but my collector level isn't quite like it doesn't make me a whale because like these whales actually have all their tech. Um, I mean, it's you still can't compete with those guys regardless, and yeah, so I'm burnt out by it, guys, for sure. So I mean, the little that I will spend will probably just come from the YouTube channel. Um, right now, that's not very much, you know, because this is just a hobby. So it's probably about, you know, it's right now it's like 280 a month, you know, minus taxes. So my tax rate sucks. So um, that's really like 200 to be honest. Like putting the game in, and you can't do anything with that to be honest, right? Because like 200, okay, you can get like 80 bistro tokens. Well, big deal, right? You're not pulling statues with 80 bistro tokens. You need to open like 600 bistro tokens just to get half an officer awakened. It's yeah, you know, it's not enough. So um so yeah, no more exclusive officers. Vindicta, I think, was my last. I will probably work on passives, I think. So just for free. So like I'm working on what's her face? Fleeting Arrow. Probably will work on one of her passive skills. Probably like this intercept resilience 65% will be really good. But you know, that's gonna take a long time now. So I'm kind of sad by it in a way because it is really fun being really strong in the game. But it can't come at the cost of my future, right? Because I'm not like wealthy. Like I'm well off for sure, but I'm not like well off from the perspective that I can just be stupid, spend whatever I want, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of factors, and I think I'm pretty much done. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to spend with what little I will. Um, I'm not sure what that looks like. If that looks like continuing to try and collect skin sets by just like saving up showroom coupons over a longer period of time. I'm not sure if that looks like museum coupons. I'm not sure if it's tactics. I'm not sure if it's city coins, wrenches. I'm really not sure yet, guys. And but whatever I do, I want it to have an impact. So my initial thought was wrenches because wrenches can never get enough of them. But you know, it could be city coins for the tech. I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm open to ideas. I'm definitely open to ideas. Hey Paul, how you doing? Great to catch you live. I'm loving your new schedule you spoke of yesterday. Nice. I'm glad. Uh, yeah. So hopefully the new schedule helps more people be able to attend the live streams, hang out with the live streams. Hopefully, it's just a chance for me to engage with you all more frequently. Hopefully have more fun in the game. It'd be nice if conquests could become a little bit more fun again, to have like just really awesome, intense battles. Is that's one of the challenges in content creation for Warpath actually is like I could be creating guides and how-tos and unit testing, but bleh, you know, like whatever. I don't got time to sit around and edit video 4 hours a day and come up with a script, but I can stream for 2 hours and talk with everybody and do content live. Like that's I think that's more my thing. Um, so you know, yeah, the 4 days a week. Gripin's asking new schedule. New schedule is going to be something like Tuesday, server reset. Thursday, server reset. Saturday, Sunday, probably around 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, US. Okay. We've been, that's basically an hour and 42 minutes ago is when I would, around the time I would probably start streaming on the weekend, Saturday plus Sunday. So I'm going 4 per week is the goal. I probably will update the YouTube channel banner with that schedule. Probably will also replace a lot of the graphics with something more not Warpath specific, I think. Maybe more like DX7 branded, I think is what I'm going to be kind of going for, because I want everybody who enjoys hanging out with me on the live streams to carry forward, even if it's not Warpath, right? So we get about, if I do a live stream, we get about 2,000 views minimum per live stream, even after it's published, and that continues to grow because people watch that content. I want that to carry forward, even if I switch to a different game, like Broken Arrow or something else. So that way we can just continue to grow. I'll be around whether it's Warpath or not. I'm not quitting Warpath, by the way, so it might sound like, oh God, he's thinking about moving on. It's like, no, I'm going to keep doing Warpath, but probably in June when Broken Arrow comes out, there's going to be that content as well. So in addition to Warpath is what I'm saying. And then, years from now, who knows what happens with Warpath. And so at some point, I want to keep doing live streaming and have some residual income coming in from that. Then, got to be able to do more than just Warpath at some point. Tried it with like Diablo 4, but it seems like Diablo had a very short lifespan for Diablo 4, to be honest. And did Battlefield as well. There's just other games are probably harder to get into. But yeah, that's why I haven't actually done a lot of content creation, guys. Like actually sitting down and scripting stuff and editing video. I just don't got the time for that. I mean, well, I have time, but it would be like I couldn't do anything else. That's the problem with that kind of stuff. So rather have the raw, unedited lives is kind of what I think. You sometimes stream beat Saber for the fun of it. I have no idea what that is. Maybe you can find some fun when you use tanks in the field. Eh. I don't think so. Like, it's not like I don't have tank tech first off. So that is a big deterrent for doing that. I don't have the units to swap out to keep a lot of tanks, and also have my howitzer set up. But like right now, guys, there's not really anything to do in the game. I mean, we could push, but it would really just be watching a village burn for 45 minutes with really nothing actually happening. That's not fun, Diablo 4 Immortals like Warpath, they want your last penny? Really? Like, what are you spending in Diablo? Oh, Diablo 4 Immortal, you're talking about the mobile game. I'm talking about the PC game. Yeah, not the mobile game. Mobile games are all that way. Mobile games are 100% pay to play. Probably, actually, the only reason I'm still playing Warpath today is because they released the PC client. If it was mobile only, I don't think I'd be playing Warpath today, to be honest. I don't like being attached to my phone. Like, and I can't play games on the phone. Like, if I play a game on the phone, it's going to be like chess. It's not going to be like a Warpath game. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. There used to always be something to do in Warpath, like level 3, like level 2, level 3 City Wars. Conquest used to always have something to do for the entire duration of Conquest. And to be honest, though, guys, it's also the player's fault because Warpath has a very, very toxic player base. Team stacking, toxicity, that has a lot to do with, I think, why Warpath is dying, actually. I think it has a lot to do with it. Hate to say it. and people are going to disagree with me and they're going to call me out and say, oh, he's crying and, you know, whatever. It's like, no, 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 no. I do think the community itself has a lot to do with the success of Warpath because they're, you know, it's a war game, which in of itself can create a toxic environment, but the community is also pretty darn toxic. So there's some very toxic players and very toxic lines in this game. It's crazy. And I know, because I get a lot of those messages, and like I cannot talk at all during Conquest at all, and people still make things about my YouTube channel or whatever. So, you know, it's crazy. No, I don't have any reverses left. Nope. I have a light tank. So I like the light tank. I played a lot with the light tank this Conquest. It was a lot of fun. So what I did was I played with 3 howitzers and a light tank in the early days of the Conquest when killing bases wasn't nearly as important. And that was a lot of fun with that setup. Pure field battle. But no, I don't have anything to do a main battle tank. No. So, and I'm not sure I would make a main battle tank. If I was going to make a main battle tank, I would make 2 of them. And I would do Vanguard main battle tanks, I think. Yeah. So I thought about it. I had was it 3 or 4 conquests ago? Actually, I had 3 main battle tanks in my inventory because I had thought about that. I never used them. I never used them. I mean, yeah, guys, my collector level does make up for the lack of tech. Yeah, it does make up for lack of tech. But problem is, there's whales as strong as me with nearly as high of a collector level. And so, in that sense, it doesn't make sense. Right, so like, let's go look at my collector buffs. Like firepower. Oh no, that's the wrong screen. Nope. Stop it. Okay. Right, so there's my buffs. This definitely makes up for lack of tech, but there's so many players that are as strong as I am, all-time power, who also have a collector level of at least 40, upwards of 60. And so it kind of balances out, actually. So it doesn't truly compensate for it. It just, my lack of tech, the skin sets allow me to kind of be on a equal playing field as somebody who does have tech. But if they've got tech plus collector level in that category of their unit, they're better than me. So where my account really shines is artillery, because I have very high collector level, basically max artillery tech and max advanced tech. So I'm kind of stuck with artillery. I've moved on to air. That's the direction I'm going to go. But I guarantee you guys within a year, we will see collector level 100. I guarantee you Lilith will increase the museum bonuses to level 100. So they'll add a level 100 trophy here. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay. They'll probably unlock a whole series of them. So the accounts that are at 80 can push and have something to push for, because like it's going to happen. I guarantee it's going to happen. Or it'll be like VIP. They'll max it at 25. This will stay capped to 80, and then they'll just come out with some new mechanic. Yeah, there'd be something new. So like everyone said earlier, they're just going to keep milking it pretty hard. Do I want to get the new skin recolor? I'm not sure, because I'm not going to be spending on this account anymore. So I've got 20,000 museum coupons, and I'm not sure if I want to waste it on a skin recolor, because all the skin recolors at this point provide HP 5 and base HP 1. So, you know, I can always go back and get the skin recolors because they're there in the store, of course. But right now, I think I'm just going to hang on to those museum coupons and wait. Because if they do come out with something different, like let's say they come out with like the gold bomber skin, which was a gunny to the top skin, so that's probably never going to come out to a museum. That'll probably come back in the auction. But you know, if they ever do get a wild hair and bring any of these back, then I would rather spend museum coupons on those than a skin recolor at this point. Like HP would help me, but the 5% HP, it's like, how much HP can you really give a super heavy tank where it still makes no difference at all when you hit a whale's base? You know what I mean? So like my goal is not going to be to try and keep up with whales at this point. Like those guys want to keep spending what they're spending on the game. Great. I'm not going to feel one way or the other if I have to drop down to gold 2 or gold 3 or even silver over the next 3 years. You know, I'll have fun either way, I think. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll have to see. I'm still having fun. I can still take down a 500 mil base right now, but that'll be short-lived, I think. So I've been focusing a little bit more on walls. So I've got one up to 183. These are still 130. So yeah, I just got to remind myself I need to like not worried about it. Not gonna be sad about it, I guess. And maybe it's fine because if Warpath continues to get less and less fun over time, my interest will diminish and it'll be like whatever, right? After Navy, big chance they'll bring mech robots for the next 3 camps in late 2026. I don't know. That sounds kind of like a stretch. I don't think they would add a 4th type of unit to the game. Their roadmap has more to do with making Navy, ground, and air interact with each other over the next couple of years, more so than introducing new types of units. So I don't know where you thought that, heard that, but I think that's pretty far-fetched that they would introduce mech units to the game. I don't think that's going to happen. 5 years? Maybe. 10 years? Maybe it won't exist. Right? But yeah, if they added mech units to the game, then I don't know what this game really is at that point. Take a slow step for a few months. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. That's what I'm doing. Like gunning to the top in December was the last for me. And then now I'm just I'm gonna take this year, really build up a good I've got an investment that we're working on. Build that up this whole year, get that capped out. And so that to do that means, you know, really not a lot of spending on Warpath. What I might do, I've thought about too, is don't spend anything during the year at all. And then I can say like, you know, based on some kind of budget, how much did I make from the YouTube channel that year? And if I do want to spend on my account, then I would pick maybe like that last gunning to the top event in December to invest all my spending and all my gold into one event, because that's where I can get, you know, the most amount of resources and wrenches and officer statues and components in one go. rather than spending on little things that don't make as big of a difference, you know, throughout the year. Because $200 here and there doesn't really seem to matter. But if it was all saved to December, where it's like, okay, it's like $2,000 in one go, and then let's say I save up like, you know, 4 million gold, then I could get a lot of resources from that event. But that would be, oh God, not again. No, that would be not pushing gunning to the top to win. That would just be saying, if there was one event to buy the packs out for, so that way you can use your gold to keep pushing, that would be how to do it, because that's how you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Not to win top 5 or anything like that. No. Those guys are... I'm done doing that. That's... You know, this last gunning to the top event, it's a lot of money. I know what I spent on it, obviously. Less than 10. But, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I got, like, I got this cool skin. I'm pretty happy. So, no, there's nothing to kill, Vile. I mean, you know, if we wanted to jump down somewhere, we would have to jump down to, like, we could jump down here into this neutral land. Well, not now. They closed the village. There's not really a strategic spot that we can jump down here, though. I mean, we could jump down here. We could try, I could try my new tactics down here. There's this guy he's always online though, but I mean, we could try, he's probably online, I'll bet, but I mean, I could try my tactics on that base, 550, level 49. I'm just saving my good buffs that I do have left over for next conquest at this point. This guy's a small guy. The demolition squad's insane. Who's the demolition squad? Yeah, I bet, I bet this guy's online. Somebody already tacticked that bunker, so somebody's online already. Demo squad tactical. Uh-oh, the one we just unlocked? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try it. If he doesn't have an ATG in his base, the way the super heavy can last a little bit. Let's try it. We'll get my super heavy axed all the way, and then we'll give it a go. I just have to beat his Stinger Fist. So it'd be a one hit kind of thing. Well, which means then we don't need that many super heavies to do it. So let's go. Okay. So let's see. Demolition squad then.
This is only an appetizer. Let's rock and roll.
We gotta watch Yeah, that did a chunk on him. That was a 25% of his base in one go. Yeah, that was good. Nice.
What's up? Let me do it. We got you.
Oh, these poor folk.
Is that enough? Let's rock and roll. Can I get closer? Pat and let's rock and roll. I hate Totten. We are good at fighting, huh? Ready to fall.
Of course, the tactic's going to be wasted now because
No concepts anymore. Let's rock and roll.
army group.
It was awesome. Ready to fall.
Our garrison will defend us.
Got a butt kick.
Yeah, I know it's the tactic now. The name, I just got it, right? So the name hasn't stuck in my brain yet.
Let's run this sucker. Ready to fall.
These guys are really just going to sit here and let me bomb them? Like,
I'm on my way. Orders? Well, let me do it. I
oops.
lose my
Oh, I guess that how he's going to die anyway.
We are good at fighting, huh?
Yeah. Guys,
Not a ranger.
Our garrison will defend us.
that's too bad. That was a waste of a tactic. Yeah.
Let's take it in.
Oh well. Yeah. It's not the kind of game that you can just log on and play.
Time to play.
Like, I think that's part of the problem with Warpath, actually, is like, you can't just log on and play.
You can't hide. Time to play.
That's what a game should be like.
Ready to fall. I am ready. Time to play. My job. I am busy. Ready to cover them. Hello.
Our garrison will defend us.
Yeah, so we're taking down a little bit over 25% of his base each time I hit him, and I did that with basically just
Defend us.
one howitzer. So we can do it with 8 more super heavies, basically.
Ready for battle. It works.
I don't see the...
Do you? I am
Oh,
working.
yeah, it's still buffed.
Commander, our garrison will defend us.
Ready to fall. Let's run this sucker. We got a butt kick.
They got a howitzer group marching up here. Oh, really? My luck.
I am ready.
Put it like one grid short. Oh man, the timing is awful.
Searching.
See if I can get him.
Roger.
Nope. Need to go like
Ready to fall. I set things right. Will lather. Have shade. I set things right. Searching.
I wonder if he's like watching the stream.
I set things right.
You guys like see the reaction time?
Got a butt kick. I set things right. Now just crush them. Let me do it. What the?
Yeah, and the skill wore off, so that was a lot less that go around.
Commander, our garrison will
This guy is a Raven Charger as well, I think. Let's see what he does. He's probably going to hit me as soon as I hit the other base.
We have a mission to undertake.
He's about the same power level though, 538, 49 collector.
Ready to fall. Got a butt kick.
Seems like they always like hit my bombers right away.
Roger. Ready to fall. I set things right. Oh, I am ready. You can't hide. Got a butt kick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose my bomber now. Too much air.
I set things right.
Yeah, now they got me pretty locked down. There's not anything I really can do now. I'm trying to pick them off one by one with like tactics.
our garrison will defend us.
That was pretty durable main battle tank though. I didn't even want to hit that.
Commander, our garrison will defend us.
Orders?
Yeah, it's one thing I don't like about Warpath is there's a lot of sitting and just idle time. Like, there's not enough flow for the game. We got Tropical over here. Maybe we'll get some help and we can get out of gridlock. I wonder if I could do offensive officers on the super heavy and like pop out and We try it? Let's I'm curious. Let's put rapier. This is gonna be I just okay. We're gonna do rapier and eagle. I'm just curious. Um I'm very curious about this. Just to get the officer skill off. Garbage.
Garrison will defend us.
Okay, we tried it.
Commander,
Like I don't know. I could keep bombing them, but yeah, I don't have a way to get out of gridlock. That was terrible. Okay. Where's Fallon? There he is. Oh, he just activated my base.
What do you got? Who is next? Can I? Let's rock and roll. Hey, no, we
Oh, shit. Oops. Damn. I messed that up. I messed that up. I think I popped my howitzers out and I didn't realize they walked. Should have just left them in there. But yeah, he got 3 howitzer skills off on me. I don't have I might not have had a yeah, I had Uncle and Steel on my base.
we express ourselves.
No, I didn't have Steel. I only had Vox and Uncle.
Rides like a stallion. I do like it.
I'm not perfect.
I am an artilleryman, not
Definitely not perfect. Where were we at? But again, that's what I was saying about like even my collector level. Like, you know, like this guy, he's about the same power I am. He's actually higher power. He's got a, you know, 501 and his collector level's pretty up there. I mean, my account is not, you know, that much stronger. So I don't feel bad about it. Oh, hey, Tropical. I didn't realize you were actually in the stream. I've got one more surprise lift, but they just popped me. I'm surprised you got the God of War skin with the... Huh, interesting. Yeah, don't lose your howies. Yeah, don't make the mistake I did. No offense, but after all the money spent, no. I'm not discouraging myself from wanting to play. I'm just... Mobile games have a lifespan. All games have a lifespan. Okay. And Warpath is definitely, in terms of its fun and yeah, I've been playing this for 3 years, almost 4. I don't know how long you've been playing, David, but it is a very different game now than it was, you know, 2.5, 3 years ago. The enjoyment fact, like you can't just log in and participate in big wars all the time. But that's part of it being a team game too. Like Fire's doing really good right now. Like they were able to conjure up a couple groups and stuff, but with what I have spent on Warpath, I mean, it is true what some of what you're maybe alluding to is like at some point, you know, enough has to be enough. Like it's okay to spend on hobbies. Like there's no issue with that. Like throughout your entire life. Like people got to have fun and balance, you know, work and life and all that, but I'm done pretty much for now. I don't think me jumping is going to help. My base HP is so low. I mean, maybe.
Hungry.
Where does other groups actually go? Yeah, like they did, like this is actually really cool to see. Like this is what fast groups should be doing to control bases, is surround them like they did mine, and then you're pretty much pinned in and locked. Yeah. Unless you have like a really good bomber and really good fighter, then there's not really a way to get out of it on your own. You need teammates. So that's tough.
Commander, your troops are ready.
But no, David, back on what you were saying though, no, I still really enjoy playing Warpath, and it is a lot of fun. It's not as much fun as it could be every time I want to play. But that's partly just the type of game it is though too, with the strategy element. It's a little bit not always going to be fast paced and exciting. I don't know. It seems like they're going to ignore you. They, like this guy's not paying attention to you and they walk their howies off. So blame server 56 for what? What did they do? Just awaken Liberty? Nice. Liberty's a good one to awaken. That's exciting. Get the +1 range, and she's just pretty good all around. Yeah, they got the fighters waiting next to your base, Tropical. They'll bring him. So, yep, like this guy woke up. I almost had him down. Too many big accounts, yeah. But you can, David, you can drop down. You know, just drop down to gold 2, gold 3 even. But yeah, it sucks. Like if you have an account where you can max like 5 ground and you have like good stuff, like dropping down sucks. Because then you don't really get to play with your units like you want. Warpath can definitely be hard to have fun. For sure. God, I was so close on that guy. Like, I was bummed out about it because, like, if you don't blow him up, then working, 65% of that base HP down was a total waste. At least now we get points for it, though. Like, I guess that's but it's not very many points, I don't think. Let's check. I'm still in 26th, yeah. They need to give people even, like, I like that they added points to Fighting Machine for base wall damage, but they need to actually up it. To be honest, that should be, you should get rewarded for killing bases. I'm gonna drop to gold 2. That sucks. Well, I mean, it doesn't, but it sucks if you're dropping down and leaving, the main team, but you just gotta do to have fun, though. There's always someone stronger, even in gold 2. Oh yeah, they've got you. Yeah, but 350 million power is okay. Like, what are your units set up like? I guess is what I would ask. You would need to focus your units down to like 1 or 2, basically, and play that way. But yeah, I mean, what Marta just said, 21 being in gold 1, that's a good point. Like, epic, legendary battlefield is all trickle down effect, right? I mean, it fell apart a long time ago. I think it's just kind of hanging on by a thread and surviving. But gold 1 is basically epic 2. Gold 2 is what gold 1 was a long time ago. Gold 3 is what gold 2 was a long time ago. It's time has passed, and that's just what it is. I remember, because again, my alliance, we played a lot of gold 1. I remember when it was common to only have like one account 500 million power in the entire battlefield, and everyone else was more around 300. That's what gold 1 was like for a while, and now it's more like epic 2, and that's a result of the skin set bonuses. It's a result of just the spending and the packs, time, matchmaking, whole 9 yards. But yeah, it's definitely, a game has changed. It's still a lot of fun though. But what, to me, it doesn't matter that it's gold 1, gold 2, gold 3. Like, that doesn't matter. What's mattered to me is just the fact that they've slowed down the pace of conquest. And that's not as fun. Like, there's not, like, day 1 of this conquest was really fun. If you guys go back, I did live stream it, I believe. We fought SVG, and there was massive field battles for 2 solid days. That's fun. The rest of the conquest from that point, very boring. And so That's what Warpath was like for a long time, though, with those massive field battles all the time. And like I remember fighting server 34 once. This was a long time ago. Just the whole battlefield, just huge amounts of units everywhere, all over the map for hours. You know, it's just not that way anymore. That's what it needs to get back to, though. But that was a time when skin sets did not exist. Pretty much the only real bonus, honestly, was VIP. Actually, back then. Come to think about it. Yeah, the previous conquest where you guys fought us, I don't know, there was a lot of dead space in that one too, though, to be fair. I feel like there's been more fighting in Gold 1 than Gold 2, but uh I don't know. I mean, Crazy Drunk and Crazy Joe definitely were the game changers for that conquest, I think. Um I don't really remember if there was a lot of field battles, to be honest, in that one. Not like here anyway. I would say the fact that everybody had central commands in the middle, all 8 alliances, but that was partly because the map made it easier. So I would probably say that conquest was much more balanced, I would say, but that had a lot more to do with team selection. And I think in the last developer feedback, they said they were looking at a way to introduce the uh, team tier system across all maps. And I think that would help because then that would mean that you can't stack the teams with 4 tier 1 teams. So like in AGNC, you can only have 1 tier 1 or 2 tier 1 and 2 tier 2 teams. And so I think that was why it was partly more balanced. So if they do that, then maybe Gold 1 and maybe even Legendary can be a lot more interesting. So hard to say. But I also agree. I don't think Warpath can ever get back to what it was a couple of years ago either. I don't think it can ever get back to that. But I think Agency is a better map. I think the mechanics and the airlift mechanics, I think all that made it more balanced and more fun. So I would like to see all that on all maps, which is specifically the feedback I gave Lilith when we talked to Derek, the community manager, in our content creator meetup, the virtual meetup. That was the feedback I gave. I said it's not Navy that's exciting in that update. Like Navy was garbage, nobody liked it, whatever, right? I basically don't care about Navy, but it was the map and the things they did with the map that were good. Some of the things they've done recently, really good. So I feel like they've listened to a lot of my feedback actually, because I told them they needed to also give a lot of content back that keeps free-to-play players engaged, not just the pay content. It seems like they've been doing that. Like even though the resource center is a pay content, it's $3 a month, and it's an awesome feature. The airlift collection that they've done, the there are just small things done. The jurisdiction rewind is really good, so they are doing some good stuff. But it was the map. AGNC is awesome. So I'm excited to play AGNC again. I would like to try a gold 1 in AGNC, I think. and see how that goes. So Walker, maybe stick it out one more conquest in Gold 1 with 56 to see how it goes in Aegean Sea before you decide to drop down, because I have a feeling that the map mechanics itself and the tier system will make a big difference for everybody. That's my feeling. Because every team in this conquest has players like you, where it's like, you know, maybe free to play, 350 million all-time power. Of course, there's whales, but yeah, I would say stick it out for one more and see if the map makes a difference. Because what maybe what we could do is something like, say, players drop, like maybe the smaller players drop down to Gold 2 or Gold 3 for Cairo, New York, Rome, Moscow, San Francisco, you know, that kind of stuff. And then when we get to Aegean Sea, maybe it's okay to bring some of those players back, because it's a better experience up in the higher tiers, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'd say try it. That's like, I almost thought to myself, like, I can certainly compete in Gold 1 with my account. It's hard because to your point, there are a lot of strong players. Like, I'm not even in the top, like, you know, I'm not even in the top 150 of power, but I am in the top 20 or top 30 for score. But that's my activity, it's my VIP, it's my collector, all that. So yeah, stick it out one more, I would say, because I generally like Gold 2. Like, my mentality was like, unless I can make 9.2 air, my account is a Gold 2 account. So I thought about dropping down as well. But yeah, let's see how Aegean Sea goes. So, just ask Lilith to remove whales and low battlefields. Well, that's a tough one, because how do you tell whales, they, like, even me, like, let's say they would not let me play in Gold 2. Well, that means I couldn't play with friends. That sucks. Like, that's a big part of the game, is friendships and social, and part of the reason why we pay is to win. So I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. There's, you know, yeah, it's tough. So I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. We've been live streaming for 2 hours. That's kind of what I'm going to try and keep these capped at. I will be live streaming again tomorrow, though. So come back, have a good time. Maybe we could do something different. If there's not a lot going on the battlefield, I'll try to come up with something that we can do. But friendly reminder, if you want to support the channel, a couple ways you can do that. You can like, subscribe, you can drop super chats, you can just come to live streams, hang out, talk. A lot of different ways you can do that. But as always, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. I've had fun hanging out with all of you and talking. And as always, you guys are watching DX7 Gaming. We'll see you guys next time.